Hello, Louisiana Beer Reviews. We're looking at a kind of a typical beer, but not an easy to find beer these days. And this is the Michelob Lager, the original one, not Michelob Ultra, which is what a lot of people think of when they think of Michelob these days.
We would call this regular Michelob, even though it doesn't come in a fancy hourglass bottle anymore.
No, it's not like a shock top bottle.
Yeah.
But actually, shock top, when it came out, was called Michelob Shock Top. That's why they shock top used their bottle. Okay.
And there for a while, we were making a bunch of Michelobs and making an Amber Bock. Everyone was big on, and then there was some seasonables that they put out for a while.
They still make the Amber Bock. They no longer make the Honey Wheat. They no longer make the Beach Bum, or the Hefeweizen, or the Marzen.
So we're going to go ahead and open this up.
4.8% alcohol this batch. Now sometimes it'll be 5. It varies, but
Just about everyone's heard of Michelob.
yeah.
If you're new to the drinking game, maybe you didn't.
It's been out since 1896.
So this was a screw-off top.
It is. Let me get it.
Yeah, just get a bottle opener next time.
We're using a Heineken glass. Funny. And they use pale malts, but 2-row barley malt, not the 6-row, which is the cheaper malt. And they use a Hallertau Mittelfrüh, Tettnanger, and Strisselspalt, all imported hops, and yeast and water, and that's it. No corn or rice.
Hmm.
And Dorgnax has it, and pretty much no one else has it these days. And I know it's been a while since you've tried it.
It's a busy beer. There's a whole lot of bubbles going on.
Yeah, I think it's not an etched bottom, so it's natural bubbles. It's not an etched glass. White head.
It's got that old beer smell to it. That old American lager beer smell. It's reminiscent from the 70s and the 80s.
Yeah, 1975 beer smell.
Yeah, almost like, remember when you were a kid and you get a beer and everyone was all giddy, like, oh, I got a beer, and you drink it before it was too cold, and always had that real beer forward to it. That's what this is.
When your parents would let you drink it.
Yeah,
Or sip it. They'd let you sip it at a crossing.
This is a very old beer recipe. It's very bold, and it just smells very beery. I don't know how else to describe it because beers have morphed through the years. This is definitely going back to the 70s.
Yeah. This is why the modern drinker doesn't like it. What do you think about the taste?
I'm just going to let it settle a little bit.
A few things about this beer. It was only sold on draft until 1962. It was first bottled in 62, and it wasn't even in cans until 67.
It's different than what I remember.
Well, they had altered the recipe because it used to be an adjunct lager up until about 10 years ago, 12 years ago.
It's sweet. It tastes surprisingly different than what it smells. I was expecting the smell and the taste to be similar. It's got a creamy back note. It just doesn't taste like I remember Michelob. It's been a good while since I've had Michelob. I guess you could say the last Michelobs I drank were those flavored Michelobs where you get the holiday season pack, and then with inside of that you'd have two of the Pilsner glasses, and then they'd mix it up. You get two different beers on every one. So that's the last I remember of them.
So we're talking about 20 years ago, 15 years ago.
Yeah, Katrina days. Yeah.
Anyway, this was brewed in December. Here we are in February, so it's not too old.
It's not bad. It's a very pleasant tasting beer.
How do you think it holds up against something like normal beers like Pabst Blue Ribbon or Budweiser?
It's better than both.
It's made to be. It's like above, like that Negro Modelo we had.
It's better than Negro Modelo.
Oh, you think?
Two different styles. That's Vienna style.
Yeah.
In its own right, it's the best Vienna style I've had. And my understanding of Vienna styles are light and dark.
Correct.
So some are lighter, some are darker, some are creamier. So they kind of along with their appearance and taste, kind of go
Very.
right. But that style of beer, it all depends on what you prefer. You know, it's kind of like cooking a steak. Some people prefer it rare, some want well done. It's not really a wrong thing if it's the way you like it.
It's a preference.
Right.
One beer I want to look at in the next, before this year is over, is one from Mexico called Bohemia. I saw it at Dornax, Bohemia. It's about $7.99.
Yep.
It's supposed to be like a specialty Mexican beer.
I think that's Vienna style as well. It's a lighter Vienna.
I'm not sure about that. We're going to look at it. I don't think it's Vienna. I think Victoria is Vienna. Well, you're getting some notifications, huh?
Yeah, must have some bad weather coming through. I don't know.
Well, I like the little grassy hop note at the end.
Yeah, I'm getting that. I like it. It's well balanced. I mean, it brings me back to the days when we were younger and inexperienced with our beers. That, you know, we thought we were classy and we had style if we drank Michelob, but the Michelob had at that time came in the hourglass bottle
With the shroud.
Yeah, and it was
I'll show you.
it was different tasting, and it was just a really good beer. It was you know, it was a step up from Budweiser.
You mean like this,
That's the one.
which has never been opened.
Which you're not going to be able to drink this.
Oh, I'm never going to open it. I saved it. I didn't want to mess up the paper shroud. That's the old classic Michelob.
Yeah, it's got a date on it, but I can't read it.
Yeah, it's 97, I think.
Okay.
April 7th, 1998. Okay, 98. It's 20 years old, nearly.
Yeah, that'll kill you if you drink it now.
Oh yeah, I just saved it because I had a feeling back when I first bought that. I said I got a feeling. I don't know why. I said they're going to discontinue this. They're not going to keep making these. I don't know why I thought that, but I saved it. And then they went to the cheaper one. But anyway, so how would you score it?
Well, I'm gonna give it like an A. I mean,
An
there's
A?
nothing wrong with it. Again, this is a preference, you know. It tastes a lot better than it smells.
You didn't like the smell too much.
I didn't say I didn't like the smell. The smell brought me back to those days when we were too impatient. You know, pull into the Tenneco beer store and go and get the beer, and you didn't really care, so you were just picking up anything. And
But Michelob was what you bought when you were stepping up.
This smells like old Budweiser to me.
The old Budweiser.
This tastes like it's not as good as the old Michelob. So it's got some Budweiser characteristics to it.
Huh.
Minus the beechwood age. And there's a creamy backbone with a little bitter note on the end, which is probably the hop. So it's very good. I just wonder how Budweiser would taste without beechwood aged.
Beechwood aging?
Yeah.
Well, the lady
It
told
probably
me.
tastes very similar to this.
They told me that the beechwood doesn't change the flavor. They only use it because it's got a neutral flavor.
Oh, untrue.
They say they use beechwood simply because it's like the least flavorful wood, and they just wanted something for the yeast to cling to in the fermenting tank.
Yeah.
That's what they
Right.
said.
Right,
But this doesn't have rice. You see,
Is she
Budweiser.
related to P.T. Barnum?
This the opinions expressed in this video do not reflect. No.
P.T. Barnum.
But this is
Sucker's
not you.
born every day.
Yeah, I know. But this is not using rice.
Okay.
Whereas Budweiser uses rice. All right. Well, anyway, so I'll say an A2. It's a good, like a steak and potatoes beer with like a little spinach salad.
It's a good beer.
Yeah. All right. So we got some other exciting ones coming up. So, laissez les bon temps relais, an A beer. I'm going to end this review by saying y'all come on down to Southeastern Louisiana.